Mm. Namaste and a very good evening to everyone. I am Anjali, one of the office bearers of Singularity, that is the Astronomy Club of ISER Kolkata, and I'll be your host for this special session of NASNI Talk series. This particular talk was organized at the special request of our institute's IGM team, and we are incredibly grateful to Professor Hemant Kumar and the entire NASNI team for supporting this and making today's session possible. Before we begin, a few words about NASNI, the National Astronomy Network of IAPT. NASNI is the national initiative by the Indian Association of Physics Teachers created to connect budding skywatchers with astronomers, educators, planetarium professionals, and science communicators. Because sky gazing becomes more meaningful when it's shared with mentors who guide us, with tools and events that inspire us, and with a community that grows with us. NASNI is that bridge between curiosity and knowledge, between beginners and experts. So, welcome to the network. Welcome to NASNI. It is my absolute pleasure to introduce today's speaker, Dr. Arun Kumar Singh. Dr. Singh holds a PhD in physics, specializing in astronomy and astrophysics, and is currently serving as an assistant professor in the Department of Physics at the ICFAI University, Raipur. Let me share a few highlights from his outstanding academic journey. He's the he's a gold medalist in MSc Physics and winner of the ninth Young Scientist Congress of 2011. He received the Best Communicator Award from Vigyan Sabha and more recently the International Recognition Award for Excellence in Education, Innovation and Community Outreach in 2023. He is also a NASA/ISRO certified solar eclipse observer. With over 15 years of teaching experience, Dr. Singh has taught and mentored so many students at different institutions of our country and central universities, and now at ICFAI University. He has served in leadership roles such as head of the School of Science at ISBM University. On the global stage, Dr. Singh has participated and presented at 30 plus national and international conferences, including the prominent ones in India of IIT Kanpur, Ayuka Pune, and platforms in Malaysia, Armenia, and China. His research contributions, especially in galaxy modeling and space science, have been featured in prestigious events like IU Symposia and Space Science Symposium. And these are just few of his achievements. There are many more across research, publications, science outreach, and education leadership. Sir, we are truly honored to have you with us today. Dr. Singh
Thank
will
you,
be
ma'am.
speaking on a topic that's both futuristic and deeply human, which is effects of microgravity on human physiology and future space missions. From muscle loss and bone weakening to immune and cognitive changes, microgravity challenges human body in profound ways. As we prepare for longer space journeys to moon, Mars and beyond, understanding these effects is crucial. Dr. Singh will help us explore the fascinating interface of space, science and physiology. So, without any further ado, please join me in warmly welcoming Dr. Arun Kumar Singh to the NASNI stage. Sir, we are truly honored to host you, and the floor is all yours.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. So let me start by the permission of coordinator. So respected director Nasni, respected coordinator sir, respected all members and students. So today I am going to talk on effect of microgravity on human physiology and future space mission. So next, so this picture itself clearly defines that how microgravity will affect in space. It's clearly shows what microgravity is, weightlessness or zero gravity. That's why it looks a man looks on space just in opposite way. Next.
Hey, just a minute, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, it is no. Should I click on the screen, sir? Sharing. It's not helping. Manna, can you help me? Double click is not working.
On sir, are you on your PowerPoint screen?
Yes.
Can you scroll down through the?
Yes. Now.
Yes.
Can you see now?
Yeah, it's visible, sir.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
But
Yes.
so next slide, sir.
Okay. Let's.
Yes. Yes.
So let's go to the introduction. Uh, Human space exploration has advanced rapidly over the past uh, 6 decades, and as we know, Yuri Gagarin is very famous person, a space person, and he is the first person to enter orbital flight in 1961 to current plans for crewed Mars mission. So long exposure to the space environment presents unique physiological challenges, like we have microgravity. Due to the effect of microgravity in space, we cannot live for the long time, and microgravity actually is the lack of gravitational loading on the body induce profound changes in multiple physiological system, including the musculoskeletal, cardiovascular, neurovestibular, and immune systems. So these are the systems which are affected due to microgravity, which we are clearly defined by diagram that it is weightlessness or zero gravity. So understanding this ethics effect is critical not only for the astronaut health and missions, but also for the advancing our understanding of fundamental human biology. Next.
Okay.
So the main objective of
Next, sir.
the yeah, next, yes sir, okay. So micro here, back sir, previous one. So in this slide, just I have put a definition of the microgravity, that is the measure of degree to which an object in space is subjected to acceleration, or in general way we can define it as a, just I have told, it is weightlessness or zero gravity, and in other form microgravity is unique environment in space where the effect of weightlessness on the human body, such as change in skin behavior and wound healing process, are studied through simulated condition on Earth. So these are a few changes which can be observed when we study microgravity. Next, sir. The main objective of space biology research, that is to build a better understanding of how space flight affect living system in spacecraft, such as the international space stations, or in ground-based experiment that mimic aspect of space flight, and to prepare for further human exploration measure far from Earth. So uh, before going to space or before studying about the space experiments, we have to prepare by doing some mimic of the experiments, and the experiment conducted to this platform examine how plant microbes and animals adjust or adapt to living in space. Next, sir. The process of metabolism, growth, stress response, and physiology and development has been examined. So this can be examined while we are in studying microgravity. It was studied that how organism repair cellular damage and protect themselves from infection and diseases in condition of microgravity while being they are in space radiation. And that was done on the spectrum of biological organization, from molecules to cell, from tissues and organs, and from system to whole organisms to communities of microorganisms. So here we have tried to study about the microorganism, how they are adjusting themselves when they are in space or they are in spacecraft. Next. Next, sir. So, in addition to providing useful information on how living organisms adapt to space flight, the discoveries NASA researchers make in space have enormous implications for life on Earth. So, space biology research into the virulence of pathogens in space, loss of bone density, and the changes in the growth of plants can impact the development of drugs that promote wound healing or tissues regeneration, treatments designed to counter osteoporosis on Earth, and high tech fertilizers that increase crop yields. So, next, sir. So next is animal biology. So I have also tried to add, along with human physiology, a few animals and plant biology. So life in space produce uh, profound changes in biology also. All organisms on Earth have adapted to perform under condition of gravity, atmosphere, and cycles of light, and darkness that have not changed in million of years. Conditions which are altered, that is the onboard space like the ISS, means only the in space the conditions are changed, but we are living from long year in the darkness and in the brightness, once time darkness another times brightness. So for example, while circling Earth at a speed of 17,130 miles an hour, uh, crew member of ISS experiences sunrise and sunset 16 times a day. So simply put, terrestrial organisms are not designed for life in space. Next, sir. So this picture shows a animal called Laika, the first dog in space, and was not returned back, and she died in 1957. Next. The goal of the space biology program in the animal biology area is to understand the basic mechanism that animal uses to adopt and to acclimate to space flight and alteration. In gravity in general, uh, animals are frequently used to model human diseases. We always do such things because we are always trying our experiment to animals, because animals are the best to use for experiments. So as well as how humans respond to stressful stimuli, and the most common used model organisms for which genomics are now well defined include vertebrates and invertebrates. So in vertebrates we have we already know rat and mice are mostly used, and in vertebrates, nematodes like insects we are using. Next. So NASA has used this model organism extensively to uh, evaluate biological spaceflight hazards, elucidate the fundamental mechanism life uses to adapt to microgravity, and apply such knowledge to advance human exploration and for societal benefits on Earth. Next, sir. So cellular and molecular biology. Cellular and molecular biology research cuts across all science discipline in space biology. So this is a very unique part which we are studying, cell and molecular biology, and that's why it is written such lines from understanding how single-celled organisms such as protozoa, bacteria, and fungi respond to the condition of space flight, and uh, spaceflight to how all of these various cells in complex tissues or organs work together to help organisms. Means we are saying that overall function of the body, how overall cell and moleculars act in the bodies. Next, sir. So the overarching goal of space biology cell and molecular biology research at NASA is to determine how the stresses of a space flight environment affects living system at the basic cellular and molecular level using contemporary cell and molecular biology techniques and measures. This include characterizing and identifying change in genes and protein expression, DNA function and structure, cellular structure and morphology, and cell-to-cell communications. Next. So next is microbiology. So in microbiology, we are first going to study microbes. So here one line is written: no matter where we go, we take our microbes. So this is a real fact that everywhere we go, we can take our microorganisms with us. Uh, Nowhere we are free from this microorganisms. So in space also, if the person is in ISS, or he uh, like crew, we are talking about crew member. So with a crew of astronauts on board, living, breathing, exercising, and sweating the ISS. So ISS provide a station like a ground for microbes. Next, sir. So this picture shows microbes and bacteria image. Next. Next, sir. So microbes can be both friend and foes. The effect of space flight on the biology of microorganisms and on microbial populations are largely unknown. So in addition to posing a risk to astronaut health, biocorrosive microorganisms that grow on metallic surface in spacecraft. So here in metallic surface, we like to explain that how this microorganism damage the equipment and hardware of the space flight or spaceship. So on Earth, ships are evacuated. It was cleaned, and it was now completely that was free from microbes. So like that, why not in space flight we are doing such things. So in long duration space flight missions can only be this can only be resolved using tools and resources already present within the vessels. So understanding how microbial species interact with each other in this environment is the first step. So if we know how the microbes are growing, or how they are interacting with the flights, so we can easily replace them, or we can usually resolve this problem. Next. So even the bacteria living within our digestive tracts play an important role in the digestion of our food and the proper absorption of nutrients. The presence of certain microbes may be important for the proper growth of some plants in space, and may even be critical for the production of future bioregenerative life support system. So it is therefore important to keep in mind that reaching an appropriate microbial equilibrium within a spacecraft may be vital for successful long duration spaceflight missions. Next. So next is plant biology. So space biology research helps us understand the fundamental of plant growth by examining the very building blocks of plant life down to the molecular level. Trans cryptomics, genomics, proteomics, and metabolics to compare the effect of microgravity conditions on plant. Also conduct experiment on earth using gravity or simulated microgravity ground controls. So simulation we are using on ground to before going to space. So using simulations we can check all these conditions. So conducting research on the ISS in conditions of microgravity will help us understand how to support astronauts abroad the ISS and on the long journey to Mars. Next. So this picture shows a lady how she is growing the plants on ISS. Next, sir. So crop rotation and food production in space. One of the space biology major objective is to understand how the space flight environment affects how plant grow and thrive. The basic research has allowed NASA scientists to grow edible plants in space that could be used in a source of fresh foods by the crew on the ISS. This what our Supla sir has did in the space flight currently. So considering that every single things that astronauts and it is freeze dried and comes out of a shrunk wrapped package. Being able to enjoy a fresh vegetables provided a healthy and much welcomed break for the this routine. Already edible romaine lettuce and cabbages have has successfully been grown on the ISS. Soon, Mazuna and tomato will join the list of edible. And before this, our Sukla sir has bring so many things in the list like methi and some other things. Next, sir. So in the future mission, space biology will fly experiments to the ISS designed to test the growth of a variety of new plants. Its crew can eventually eat as they fly to the moon or Mars. To ensure the health of our astronauts, we will examining the nutritional composition of plant grown in space and looking at the microbiome of plant in orbit. This work may eventually lead to the production of a sustainable source of healthy foods on long duration space flights, which will help astronauts to get nutrition they need. Next. So this again, this image shows that was planting a that plantations. So this was done in on ground. So this was the experiments done on the ground level, and this was after the successful experiment. This can be prepared for the space. Next. So space farming studies the effect of microgravity on plant growth, focusing on how plant orient roots and stem with reduced gravity, which is crucial for potential farming on the moon or Mars. In space, efficiency of energy is vital, so researchers uses LED. So LED is now again a mimic natural sunlight for plant growth, considering factor like energy consumption, heat production, and durability. So researchers test different rooting materials for optimal water and air distribution in low gravity, while space farming equipment must be compact and integrated uh, with the support system to exchange carbon dioxide and oxygen efficiently. Next, sir. Next, sir.
Change, sir. Next slide.
So space farming, growing a plant in space, is crucial step towards long-term human survival beyond Earth, such as on the Moon or Mars. So in microgravity, plant faces unique challenges uh, like the usual without the usual pull of gravity to support plant growth efficiently in space. So researchers uses energy saving LED lights to simulate sunlight, carefully managing energy use and heat. So special routing materials help distribution water and air properly in low gravity conditions. Space farming setups must allow uh, also be compact and integrated with life support system to recycle oxygen and carbon dioxide. The International Space Station serves as a key research platform where astronauts and Earth-based scientists work together to develop technique for growing food in space, paving the way for future space settlements. Next. So next is development, reproduction, and evolutionary biology. So in this slide, I try to say that whether any birth has been done on space flight or not. So the researcher branch strives to answer since no mammals has yet given birth in space and the answer we seek may not be seen for years. Still, this was not answered, and we are not found any mammals giving birth in space. Next. So bones and muscles weakens. So we are, if you stay for a long time in space, your muscles and bones will weaken, primarily in the lower backs. So gravity always acts on you while you are on the Earth. So even if you are not really conscious of resisting gravity, you are always using the muscles of your lower body. So this is the most real fact why we are in space flying. We are not standing on legs. So in space where gravity is very weak, posture can be maintained without standing on your leg, and there's no need to move about. Muscles weakens. This is the reasons why muscles weakens and bones mass decreases if you stay for a long time in space. Next, sir, next, yeah. So therefore, research is underway to verify in space the effect of existing drugs for preventing bone loss by astronauts. Also to prevent weakening of muscles and bones, astronaut exercise for 2 to 3 hours daily to maintain so in outer space when where no atmosphere, radiation is more intense and has major impact on the human body. Next, sir. So the surface of Earth is enveloped by the atmosphere. So we know already know this that in our atmosphere we have oxygens and we can breathe, and also organisms from the ultraviolet rays and radiations that imping on the earth. And astronauts who stay in space where there is almost no atmosphere are exposed to higher energy radiations that was far from earth or in space. So if a person exposed to higher radiation, when they are in space and they are exposed to higher radiation, the risk increases that they will develop develop diseases such as cancer. So at JAXA, that is Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, and they work hard to keep space radiation's exposure below a specific level, and thereby prevent astronauts from developing health problems. Next, sir. So this diagram shows on the left side bond building. That means they are absorbing the calciums that was called as astroblast, and in the right side we have osteoclast. That means calciums are moving from their places, and weakening of bone is happening. That was happening. This event is happening in space, and left side event that was in ground base. So next, sir. So people can experience intense stress living in cramped spaces. So in this, I would like to tell that stress is another factor. That means a fear or a stress that before going to the space, every astronauts they are feeling, because they are also human beings like us. So this stress may affect their health, and that can be developed because uh, they are in a closed system in space flight, and there are very different things and different peoples they meet for the first time. So here different peoples from different places like Russia, America, Canada, Europe, and Japan. They are participating, and the astronauts have to live along with them. As they have a language barrier or culture difference may also lead to stress. To reduce the stress of astronaut, ISS has allowed them to talk to their family. So these facilities are provided to them, and better foods are provided to them to uh, reduce the stresses. Next, sir. So few experiments and methodologies are here. The study of microgravity effects relies on both space-based experiment and ground-based analogs. So space-based method, that is direct physiological measurements on astronauts during and after ISS mission. That is densitometry, uh, muscles biopsies, and echocardiography. And blood, urine, and salvia samplings are taken to monitor immune markers, stress hormones, and nutritional status. Next. So ground-based analogous is that head down tilt bed rest. This stimulates fluid shift and uploading similar to gravity. This is one the deep physics that when we are in position of SDBR, stimulate fluid shift on the upper part of the body. And next is parabolic flight experiment, short term exposure to microgravity, that means 20 to 30 seconds at a time to study acute response. Next is dry immersion, a technique to stimulate weightlessness by immersing subjects in thermoneutral water covered by a waterproof film. Next. So these are another related experiments. NASA twin study, Garlet, uh, that is Beckelman et al. 2009, compared physiological and genomic changes in astronauts. Scott Kelly, who spent 340 days aboard the ISS, to his Earth-bound twin Mark Kelly, and results showed alteration in immune function, telomere length was reduced, and gene expression. Next is bone density studies by Lee Blanc et al. 2000, using dual energy X-ray absorptiometry, that is called DXA. Researcher measured significant bone mass loss in weight bearing bones. Next, sir. Next, sir. So here are a few more experiments like muscle atrophy studies by Fitz et al. 2000, and fluid shift experiments by Hurgens and Vico 2016. And here another is cardiovascular listening by Ronan et al. 2000. Next. Next, sir. So here, research on the ISS has revealed key health risks from factors like radiation, isolation, and circulation disruption. But gaps remain in fully understanding molecular mechanism, include the role of heat shock protein. Overall, these studies not only protect astronaut health but also provide insight to improve life on Earth. So heat shock protein will study. I have covered this topic in detail in other slides. So next, sir. So now let's come to Sudhanshu Sukla. Uh, he is in Indian Force test pilot, will launch on June 2025 as a part of Axiom Mission 4, that was called as AX4, to the International Space Station ISS. So he has contributed 7 experiments which are given in these posters. So next, sir. So Indian astronaut Sudhanshu Sukla to grow is super foods in space. Sudhanshu Sukla, during his time on the International Space Station, has been actively involved in microgravity research, including experiments on muscle loss and uh, crop growth in space. He experienced the effect of microgravity, describing it as a as feeling of floating and initially adjusting to the environment like a baby. So Sukla is also conducting experiments on muscle atrophy and testing potential therapies to counteract it, as well as studying how crops can be cultivated in space. Next, sir. So Indian astronaut group captain Sudhanshu Shukla is preparing a groundbreaking journey to the International Space Station uh, on May 29, 2025 as a part of Axiom Mission 4, a collaboration between NASA, ISRO and the European Space Agency. Next, sir. So among his key tasks is conducting pioneering experiment to sprout and grow green grams called mung and fenugreek methi seeds in the unique microgravity environment of space. So this research aims to unlock sustainable food solution for astronauts on long duration missions, marking a significant step toward Indian-centric space agriculture and advancing life support system for future space exploration. Next, sir. So, growing superfood beyond Earth. So, Sudhanshu Shukla will lead experiments focused on cultivating moong and methi seeds aboard the ISS. These seeds essential staples in Indian cuisines with were selected for their nutritional and medicinal properties. The study will observe how this plant germinate and grow without gravity's influence, and testing whether the microgravity environment affects their development and nutrient contents. Next, sir. The science behind the sprout. The experiment does not stop at sprouting seeds in space. On the sample returned to Earth, researchers will analyze multiple generations of the plants to study changes in genetics, microbial interaction, and nutritional profiles. So, this comprehensive approach seeks to identify traits that could improve crop resilience and productivity both in space and on Earth. Next. Why this matter for space exploration? Growing fresh food in space could be a game changer for astronauts on extended missions where resupplying supplies from Earth is difficult and costly. So ISRO effort to test familiar nutrient-rich crops like moong and methis represents a vital steps towards sustainable life support system, aligning uh, with the upcoming Gaganyaan mission and the visions to for an Indian space mission. Next. So next is international collaboration and future prospects. So Axiom 4 mission is a testament to global teamwork, featuring astronauts from India, the USA, Hungary, and Poland. This project highlights India's growing role in space science and its commitment to advancing sustainable technologies for space travel. Its successful Sukla's experiment could pave the way for growing more superfoods beyond Earth, contributing to global knowledge of space agriculture. Next, sir. So these are the key contributions of Sukla's experiment on Gaganyaan missions. So first is microgravity, crop growth, muscles loss and human physiology, mental health and cognitive performance, microbial behavior and life support, uh, tardigrade survival mechanism. Next. So these are few images of Sudhanshu Shukla. Next, sir. So growing methane space. Next. So next is HSP, that is heat shock proteins and microgravity. So how HSP will help to reduce losses in the body. So heat shock protein HSP are vital molecules that help cells maintain homeostasis by ensuring proper protein folding, degrading misfolding proteins, and preventing harmful proteins aggregates. While normally present at base line level, HSP can be strongly induced by various stresses, including temperature extremes, ultraviolet radiations, and notably microgravity. Experiment on the International Space Stations and other space platforms has shown that microgravity alters cellular behaviors, including the activation of HSP-related genes. Next. So, study on plants like Arabidopsis thaliana and on fruit flies, Drosophila melanogaster have demonstrated that prolonged or simulated microgravity upregulated specific HSP gene, helping stabilize cytoskeletal structures and support cellular signaling. So, in human and model organism, HSPs under microgravity appear to activate key stress response pathway such as NF-K5, MAPK, and P53, indicating a protective role in maintaining cellular integrity during space flights. So the full forms are given in downward, and one is nuclear factor kappa light chain enhancer of activated B cell, and another is nitrogen activated protein kinase, and 53 is a tumor suppressor protein that regulates cell uh, cycle arrest, apoptosis, and DNA repair. Next, sir. So despite this finding, much remains to be understood about the exact molecular mechanism through which HSP functions under space conditions. As we advance toward longer missions and commercial space travel, uncovering this mechanism is crucial to protect astronauts' health and ensure successful adaptation to a space environment. Next, sir. Next is cardiovascular system. So all living organisms on Earth have evolved to function under the constant force of gravity. However, orbital spaceflight has shown that the lack of or reduction of gravity, that is called microgravity, significantly impact eukaryotic organism, including humans. So one major concern is how microgravity affect endothelial cell, which are vital for vascular health and are linked to cardiovascular issues seen in astronauts. So heat shock protein HSP, particularly HSP 70 and 27, play a key role in helping endothelial cell adapt by protecting them from stress-induced death and support proper cytoskeletal protein folding. Next. So studies on human endothelial cell in stimulated microgravity revealed that these HSPs are activated to prevent oxidative damage and cytoskeletal disruptions, indicating that the cytoskeleton senses mechanical changes and trigger protective chemical signal. Next, HSP70 in particular prevents apoptosis and encourages cell survival and growth, while reducing inhibitors like uh, interleukins 1, alpha and actin fibers as a adaptive measure. Overall, findings suggest that microgravity is a cellular stressor that enhances HSP expression, which could be harnessed to uh, prepare astronauts for space by preconditioning their cells to better withstand the challenges of weightlessness. Next, sir. Next, sir. So muscular system. So in microgravity, the muscular system undergoes significant adaptations because it no longer needs to support the body's weight, leading to muscles remodeling known as atrophy, a reduction in muscles mass that cause weakness and loss of motor functions. This decreased muscles functions poses a serious risk to astronaut, especially when returning to Earth or performing demanding tasks. Key changes include a general loss of muscles mass, with studies reporting about 7% decrease in volume during mission of 19 to 16 days, uh, reduced protein synthesis and degradation of actin filaments, affecting strength and endurance, particularly in muscles used for posture and walking, and alteration in muscles fiber types, shifting toward more fast fibers and reduced capillary density. Next, sir. So additional research such as that by Isara et al. Shows that both hind limb suspension and spaceflight suppresses heat shock protein gene expression in rat muscles, suggesting that reduced mechanical and neural activity in microgravity affects cellular stress responses. And these insights are crucial for developing strategies to prevent muscles atrophy during long-term space missions, and could also help improve treatments for people with mobility limitations on Earth. Next, sir. So next is bones. So over million of years, the human skeletal and muscular system have evolved to function optimally under Earth's gravity. However, in space, the absence of gravity, that is microgravity, reduces reduces mechanical load on bones, leading to increased bone breakdown, that is called resorption, and decreased bone formations, which worsens the longer astronaut stay in space. And this process involves various bone cells regulated by factor like growth factor, examples FGF, TGF beta 1, age, sex, and activity levels. So again here the full forms are given in the downward of the slide. FGP, that is fibroblast growth factor, and next is TGF uh, beta 1, that is transforming growth factor. Next, sir. So during long missions, bone resorptions can rise by 50%, increasing calcium in the urine and risk of kidney stones, and lowering parathyroid hormones levels. These changes resembles osteoporosis, where bone weakens and loses structural connections. Next, sir. So in simulated microgravity, certain proteins like heat shock proteins and run X2, again the full form is given in the downward, increases as an adaptive response to maintain cell health and support bone cell differentiation. So this indicates that bone tries to adapt at a molecular level to weightlessness, but more research is needed to fully understand this complex cellular adjustment. Next. Next is liver. So microgravity has significant effects on the liver, causing injury, inflammation, apoptosis, and oxidative stress, while also disrupting carbohydrates and lipid metabolism. So change that may leads to diabetogenic state and early non-alcoholic hepatic steatosis is a fatty liver that is called as fatty liver disease. Next. So these harmful effects have been observed both in space-flown animals and in Earth-based microgravity simulation. Studies such as those by Kyo et al. Using rat models under simulated weightlessness shows that microgravity act as a stressor that increases liver expression of heat shock protein, that is HSP70, at both mRNA and protein level, particularly in early exposure phases. Next. So this suggests that the liver is highly sensitive to microgravity induced stress, evolving gene regulation at both transcriptional and post-transcriptional level. The increased HSP70 may contribute to temporary stress resistance in liver cells, and this insight point to the potential value of preconditioning astronauts with mild stressors to help their bodies better tolerate microgravity during space missions. Next, sir. So next is kidney. So under microgravity conditions, the regulation of body fluids undergoes significant changes described as biphasic in the initial phase of spaceflight. Fluid shift toward the upper body, causing a swollen face appearance and increasing central blood volume, uh, while central venous pressure drops due to the change in uh, thoracic pressure and tissues loading. Next, sir. So despite reduced fluid loss through evaporation, drinking and urination, overall body water can stay stable with proper hydration and nutrition. So sodium balance is also distributed with reduced kidney sodium excretion caused by increased reabsorptions and transient change in kidney filtration. Next, sir. So over time, regulatory mechanism adapt, but responses to fluid and salt challenges remain altered in space. In addition to this, microgravity promotes oxidative stress affecting cell functions and organ health, especially the kidney, which becomes vulnerable to damage. Next. So research on rat kidney shows increased expression of stress protein HSP70, suggesting potential tissues injury. Prolonged exposure to oxidative stress and space radiations can impair kidney structure and function. Through the full long-term impact on renal health after space flight is still unclear and required further study. Next, sir. So next is immune system. The space environment exposes astronaut to unique stressors such as microgravity and launch vibrations, which can lead to immune system uh, dysregulation during both short and long duration missions. These stressors increase the release of stress hormones like cortisol and catch cholamines, activating the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis and the sympathetic adrenal system. Next. So this result in changes in immune cell populations, including reductions in T cells and natural killer cells, and alteration in cytokines level, making astronauts more susceptible to infections and reactivation of latent viruses such as herpes. Next. So researcher by Pesto et al. Showed that mechanical and environmental factor in space can also affect the expression of heat shock proteins such as HSP70 and 27 in human lymphocytes. Their study revealed increased expression of HSP7 after 24 hours in microgravity and elevated HSP70 gene expression under specific stressful conditions. And this finding highlights that the stressful mechanical environment of space can alter gene expression in immune cells, suggesting that HSP plays an important role in helping a cell adapt to these challenges. Next, sir. So these are the images showing that when a person is in a space flight, how his body parts get affected and which part get affected. Next, sir. So conclusion is that human space exploration has highlighted both the incredible adaptability and the vulnerabilities of human body in the unique environment of microgravity. Over decades of research abroad, spacecraft like the ISS and through Earth-based analog studies, scientists have uncovered significant physiological changes, including bones and muscle loss, immune system alteration, and cardiovascular conditioning. Next, sir. So the study of plant, animals, microbes, and cellular system has expanded our understanding of how life responds to space flight, providing crucial insights for future long-duration missions to the Moon and Mars. Next, sir. So these findings not only aim to safeguard astronauts' health and missions success, but also have far-reaching implications for improving women's health on Earth, from developing new therapies for osteoporosis to advancing regenerative medicines. As humanity prepares to venture further into deep space, continued research in space biology remains essential to ensure that we can live and thrive beyond our home planet. Next, sir. So it is also concluded that decades of research in low Earth orbit, particularly about the ISS, have greatly advanced our understanding of how microgravity and other space stressors impact human health at molecular, cellular, and systematic level. The crucial role of heat shock protein in protecting cell from muscles and bones to liver and immune cells demonstrate how the body activates adaptive mechanisms to counteract the stress of space flight. Next, sir. So these findings not only guide strategies to protect astronauts on future deep space missions, but also provide valuable insights for improving treatments for conditions like osteoporosis, muscle atrophy, liver disease, and immune dysfunction on Earth. Now, as we prepare for longer missions to the Moon and Mars, continued investigations into these adaptive responses, particularly the molecular pathways involving HSP, is essential for ensuring human health and mission success for beyond our home planet. Next, sir. Thank you, sir. So, thank you everybody for listening my lectures. So, any question, please?
Sir, I had a question.
Yeah,
Yeah, sir, so as you told about so many impacts of microgravity physiology,
yeah, yeah,
uh, almost all of them with like adverse effects or negative impacts. I wanted to ask, is there
yeah.
any positive impact of? or maybe
No,
else?
because compared to we are comparing that effect to Earth actually. So comparing to Earth, we cannot find any positive there. So if you are not comparing to ground level or Earth level, so you can find some positive actions.
But compared to Earth, there are none.
No, compared to Earth, there is none.
So
Because
so far
compared
we
to Earth,
already
we
know
are
their
having.
perspectives.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what we are trying to do it positive. Like Sudhanshu Shukla, he has grown some crops. So that crop itself is a proof that something positive we are trying to do, which match with our ground level.
And sir, about the nutrient content, with all these
Yeah,
advancements in agriculture and
yeah,
space, will we be able to
yeah.
pull up the nutrient content high enough for astronauts to have good health in space?
Yeah, that can be increased, but to increase it, we have to study a lot. Like we are on this stage, we are growing plants. So we have to grow more nutritional plants. So we have to study more measures to grow it properly in space. So if we are able to grow more nutritional crops or more different crops, that will supply energy to astronauts. So that will be for the astronauts. So at that time we will do better. But on this stage we have started it. So we cannot say we are in good stage. So to reach a good stage, to provide good health to astronauts, we have to do a lot. We have to search some more crops having proteins or having some energies.
Uh, I would like to ask you one more thing. Thank
Yeah.
you very much for giving us such an
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Yeah.
exhaustive lecture on these microgravity,
Yeah.
on microgravity and its effect on the space. I would like to know all the effects like the muscles and the bones
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
kidneys and all these affect in microgravity, right? So when the
Yeah.
astronauts come back to the Earth,
Yeah.
do they regain their previous vigor after undergoing?
Yeah, they can regain, but they have to take rest and they have to take something for their energies to increase their muscles or to increase their health of bones. They have to take energies. They have to take something energyful like meals and some other things. So they have to build that. They will not automatically recover their muscles or some bones that cannot be automatically recovered.
Okay, yeah. I had the good fortune of meeting one astronaut, Mike Finke, in US. Cannot hear you, sir.
Yeah, yeah. We can hear, madam. Go
Uh,
ahead.
I didn't hear. Yeah, now I can hear. So I was wondering whether no, Arun Singh sir is saying something.
No, ma'am. We are listening you.
Okay, okay. So I just wanted to know whether the astronauts regain their vitality after they return to Earth, and of course that means they must have proper diet and
Yeah, they have a proper health. They get the proper health, but that health cannot be increased
okay.
as they have previously. That will not be regained actually,
Oh, it
but
won't
their
be.
body will. Yeah, no, that will not be regained, but their body will be fit after a few days, and the portions lost, and that will be regained by taking steps or by taking some extra energies or materials.
Okay. And you said that they are cultivating this methi and moong and all.
Yeah, yeah.
So they carry soil also in space to space. They're carrying soil.
No, they're not carrying soil. They are providing environment in which they can cultivate it. So they are providing environment, like they have some chemicals, or they have what stuffs they are having. They are using that for cultivating it.
Okay.
Like on Earth, we are having soil to cultivate it. So in space craft, they have some other source. So they are having chemicals, or they are having water, or they are having something with them that will help them to grow it, like oxygen and like water, other things.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Any other question from the participants? Arun sir, it was really a nice talk because
Thank you,
it is
sir.
a group of all physicists, and we never talk
Thank you,
about
sir. Thank you, sir.
all these things. We talk about astronomy and the celestial bodies and their motion, changes in the sky, everything. But today we learned how it is.
Yes,
It's
sir.
quite challenging to go in space, staying there in ISS or other outer space environment. And we have seen that
Because, sir,
Smriti has.
I would like to. Yeah, I would like to say that not only the body of astronaut get affected in space, but also the spacecraft get affected. Also, the same microbes which are affecting human bodies, they are affecting the space flight also. They are
Okay.
affecting the metallic bodies. They are affecting the materials. Everything in attached to space that gets affected by microbes, and again by microgravity. Yeah,
I was thinking that, say, Mr. Shukla has gone for 2 weeks, and mentally he was prepared that
yeah,
he
yeah,
has to come back after 2 weeks. But when
yeah, yeah,
Sunita Williams went for 1 week and she had to stay there for 6 or 7 months, how
yeah, yeah.
challenging it is mentally as well as
Yeah,
physically, because
for her it was very much challenging, and I think her conditions was not good at the time when he arrives at Earth.
okay, so
Yeah.
cardiovascular and other organs and their uh, muscles might have been damaged during that
Yeah,
time.
yeah, they are badly affected, but after some time they get start damaging.
Okay.
Not suddenly, but slowly they can get damaged.
So actually, this talk is very knowledgeable because the teachers attending this can further disseminate this knowledge to the students, because students are all the time they are very curious to go in space, and they always talk such questions to the teachers. And
Thank you, sir.
I'm sure we can give this information to the students also. And
Yeah, yes, sir.
especially Anjali is studying these days in ISER, and she might be very informed about all these topics, and she will learn more about it. And Madam Tamanna is with us, and she is a dynamic teacher and teaching very brilliant students in school, and she will also disseminate this knowledge to the new generation. So it was really enlightening talk, Dr. Arun, and you have shared your
Yeah,
knowledge
thank you,
with
sir.
us by sparing your time.
I want
Uh,
to share an idea with me, and sorry I couldn't
yes,
attend a
yes,
Yes,
meeting in
yes,
between.
please, Tamanna,
I
please.
was really thinking of physically
yes,
challenged people who can go to the space and who can feel that they are now alike with the other people, because they can stand over there, they can do the activities other people are doing. So maybe this idea can work.
Actually, they are first time they are observing such features, no, because they are not on their leg. They are on. They are flying on space, and while flying, they are doing all the things. So that become more challenging.
Right, agree. Because you mentioned about osteoporosis, so that's why I was able to connect
Yeah,
something
yeah.
with it. Maybe the people.
Mm.
I was keen to know that people having some disabilities, can they have their health better over there? Is it possible because they won't feel that much knee pressure over there? Can their bone health improve over there if they are taking the
No,
proper supplements?
psychological effect is also there, because if they are thinking positive, that will that will better their health. Or if they are thinking negatively, like stresses, if they are developing more stresses, they will lose their weight, or lose their calciums. So many things get lost, and that condition will not be good for astronaut. So they have to prevent them from developing stress. So that's why ISS has allowed them to talk to their family. And in space also, when they are meeting some different peoples, they have to make them as a friend, or because on first appearance they will not be a friend. It will feel them awkward, because they are from different, they are having different language, different countries, and different cultures. Everything is different. So this will develop a stress. And another factor is that when they are in flight, they have a fear. Actually, everyone has a fear, because when you are sealed in a packet, then your stress will actually develop more high. So that is the reason why they are having such effects. All the medical effects, they are due to this.
Okay. Any other question from the participants? I'll request all the participants, please switch on your camera so we can take one group photo before concluding this session. Very good. Thank you very much. Baba
Thank you,
Sahib
sir.
sir, do you want to give some comments on today's talk? Sir, please unmute your mic.
Uh, Yes, sir. I'm very much thankful to NASNI and IIPT for arranging this lecture. And I think,
Thank you, sir.
yeah, we have heard about a lot of things, but actually, what is happening on ISS, that was very much clear from this lecture. Actually, what the experimentation is going on. And second thing, that after 41 years, uh, this should be a very great festival in our country. So I think NASNI has started this, and locally we are doing some writing articles, taking tweets, but nationwide we can give the message of achievement of the Shubhamshu Shukla's axiom for expedition. Very much thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah,
Nirmaya,
thank you,
you
sir.
want to say something, Nirmaya?
Sir, I learned a lot about ISS and the space and Shubhanshu Shukla
Uh,
and the health and wealth in the space, health
okay.
in the space, how
Nirmaya
we can.
Nirmaya will also try to go in space in
Yeah, of
future.
course, I want to be an astronomer.
Very nice. Very nice. Mehta sir, Do you want to give some comment? Okay. So Anjali, now let us conclude the session. Hello Anjali, are you there? Yes.
Yes, sir. Uh, Thank you so much, Dr. Arun sir, for this session. It was truly inspiring and knowledgeable.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Tonight you invited Tonight you invited us to look beyond the stars, not just into space, but into ourselves. Through your insights on microgravity and space physiology, we glimpsed the complex of body tested against the quiet extremes of the cosmos. As Carl Sagan said, the more we understand ourselves, the more we understand the universe. Thank you again. Your journey, filled with academic excellence, outreach, and global recognition, stands as a testament to what it means to not just be a scholar, but a bearer of knowledge. It has been a privilege to learn from you. To everyone who joined this, thank you for being a part of this shared moment of learning, imagination, and wonder. Thank you all once again. And lastly, signs off here. Stay curious and keep looking up.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you very much and very good night. Thank you.
Th- Thank you, Nasni, for this better opportunity, sir. And thank you also to provide me such platform to develop myself also. So,
Thank
thank
you.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Now let
Yes,
us sign off.
thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Good night.
Good night, sir. Good night, everyone.